Hi guys, Colleen Ballinger, it's your turn. Y'all know I have a series. If you've watched all my videos, you know I have this series of so-and-so needs to grow up. It is what I'm known for on YouTube. If I'm known for anything, I'm known for that. Okay, so if you don't know the situation, why the hell are you watching me? Go watch all the other bigger YouTubers who are talking about this. But Colleen Ballinger is a YouTuber, a OG YouTuber who's been on this platform for like a decade or more, who's known for this character named Miranda Sings. I do not understand the point of this character. Apparently she's not all there. That's like the point, which makes me wonder what the fuck. That, huh? But then I am an adult, and I was an adult way long ago. Been an adult for a long time. So that kind of stuff is just, I don't understand. But that's what she's known for. And she has this Netflix series called Haters Back Off, which is named after this tour she did called Haters Back Off. And she does weird things like the yoga challenge, because apparently it's the 2010 still. She does things like porn, not porn, where the audience members, who are mostly children, who are in middle school and early high school children, dress up either as her, they dress as Miranda Sings' character with like the, I don't know, red pant thing and the shirt and overdrawn red lips and birds in the hair and that. They dress like that. Or they dress skimpy. Or from what I've seen of it's summertime attire. It's stuff that you would wear to like the fair and like 85-degree weather. That's skimpy. I don't understand. Like little dresses huh? But yeah, and they do this because they want to get called up on stage for her to roast them. Because apparently that's what Miranda Sings does during this thing. Like, it's called porn. And they will either say, like, the person dressed as Miranda and the skimpy person is porn. That's porn! Summertime attire! Dressing like it's 85 degrees outside and you're outside at, like, the town fair is, like, porn. Huh? Anyway. But that's what happens on her tour, and apparently she's like now on her tour. She has a second leg of a tour. And again, most of her audience is children who are middle school and high school children, mostly middle school, because they're like 13, which is like 7th or 8th grade. So they're 7th or 8th graders getting pulled up on stage for this YouTuber. This is not Taylor Swift. This is not Ariana Grande. This is not Florence Poe or whatever celebrity it is. This is a YouTuber. If you look at me, notice how I'm in a house? Yeah, that's what YouTubers are. There are people like you and me who have regular jobs, like I work at a grocery store. That's my job. And I make videos on the side because what else am I going to do? I have nothing else to do. It's not like I have a life or anything. Yeah. But that's what YouTubers are. They're regular people who pay their rent by posting videos online. You know, like we used to do back in the day, in the early days of YouTube, where you post videos of your cat doing weird things. Because look at my cat. and you videotape your friend doing a cool trick and you put it on the internet for people in Germany to see, and look at my friend's cool trick, cool. Like the people in Germany are watching, they go, oh my god, that's a cool trick. I have a cool trick too. That's what YouTube is. You're not Beyonce. This Colleen Ballinger chick is not going to be nominated for an Emmy and going to be going on the red carpet and like sitting next to like so and so from such and such show on like ABC. Yeah, they're not going to be sitting next to whatever his name is on like The Big Bang Theory, because she's nominated for Best Comedy Series alongside like whatever comedy series is out nowadays. I don't know. 2.5 Men? I don't know. I don't watch TV. But like that's not what Colleen Ballinger is ever gonna do. Shane Dawson is not getting nominated for like Best Director in a feature film, because he's just some guy on the internet. He's just some schmo. That's all he is. That's all we are. Jaclyn Hill is not getting nominated for Best Makeup Artistry in like whatever movie. They're not going to the Oscars. She's not. I'm sorry, she's not. She may be like multi-millionaire. You're living in Florida, in Republican Florida. But okay, she's rich, so she doesn't care. Okay, that's still, she's just some chick. She's just some random bimbo that's making things on the internet. Sitting in her living room. She's not on some big budget studio. You know, she's not in Hollywood making like feature films on like a studio set. Working with like directors like Steven Spielberg. We're not gonna ever do that. It's possible, but that's not what happens. That's not what YouTube fame is. Okay? No. Okay. So she's sitting there, she's a normal person doing normal stuff, but she's an OG YouTuber, which means her comedy comes from the 2010 era where everything was, I can't even say 8th grade humor, it's 3rd grade humor. That kind of edgelord, 3rd grade, poo poo pee pee, kind of, boobs, boobs, kind of humor that she does, that Shane Dawson has done in his life. Okay, that's the kind of humor they're continuing to do nowadays. That stuff is not funny. It wasn't funny then. Like, these people are like grown-ups, okay? Colleen Ballinger is like 35 years old. Think about the 35-year-olds you know. The moms and dads that are going taking their kids out to the park, hanging out, having play dates with other moms and dads, having golf weekends with their boys, sitting there watching the football game with their friends, while the wives are sitting there on the porch talking about like Real Housewives or whatever. You're going to like the local Starbucks and like talking to your friends, or going out to a bar with your friends. Going to like work events with your work friends. Think about the 35-year-olds you know that are grown-ups, that are parents, that are normal people that go off to like 9-to-5 jobs, and whatever they do on the weekends, maybe clean up the yard, work on their cars, maybe they're inside cleaning up the house, doing laundry. You know, yes, people do that, but they don't. Like, that's not normal. And she's sitting here at 35 years old, and she thinks that this humor that she's created and cultivated since the 2010s, her and like Shane Dawson and like all the other ones that are like that, they think that this humor translates to people their age. I don't understand that humor. I may not be the same age as them. I'm a lot older, considerably older. So I was a grown-up when they started. I wasn't in my 20s, I was in my 30s when they started. So I'm a lot older than they are. But I'm an actual person, not like them. their humor does not translate to people of their own age. Could you imagine them sitting at a PTA meeting talking about poo-poo, pee-pee, boobs? We're like their friends, so look at this video. Boobs. The other 35-year-olds are like, huh? Yeah, that's not... I don't understand. Because that humor doesn't translate. And she's created this career where that kind of humor has fed this character of Miranda Sings forever. But it doesn't translate to people of her own age group, her peers, who are not on YouTube. I'm not talking about her YouTube friends, because those are the only friends she has. People that are on YouTube, Joey Graceffa and Shane Dawson, and those are other YouTubers. That's not Cheryl down at the bank. Cheryl down at the bank, who goes to Vegas with their friends because it's a bridal weekend with her friends, she goes off to weddings. When was the last time Colleen Ballinger did a vlog where she was at her friend's wedding? She was a bridesmaid at her friend's wedding because her friends are not only gay men, they're also children apparently. Her children fans. If you know anything about this situation, you know that there's a YouTuber named Adam McIntyre who's very young. He's like 20 years old now. And when he was a little kid, when he was like 13 years old, 11, 12, whatever, he got into Colleen Ballinger because, again, the Miranda Sings character, the humor that character exhibits resonates with kids because it's childish humor. It's gross, disgusting, childish humor. It's not adult humor. It's adult, it's sexually adult in nature, but it's not adult humor where Cheryl at the bank would get. Because Cheryl at the bank is a grown-up. She's not an 11-year-old child. Yeah, so you see like a pattern, and as an adult, I'm looking at this young lady who's, well, she's 35 years old, and she hasn't evolved past the maturity of an adult. She hasn't passed a child. She's still a child, but she's not. Because the 2010s to the 2015s, when she started her Miranda Sings character, when Shane Dawson started on YouTube, that era of YouTube was very edgy, juvenile humor. Pee-pee, poo-poo, boobs, ha 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 ha, boobs, ha, kind of humor. That's not actual humor that humans, that grown-ups would like. That's stupid. That's juvenile. Your kids like that. 8-year-olds like that humor because it's funny to them. It's not grown-up humor that grown-ups are like, like we're watching Big Bang Theory and Sheldon is talking about boobs. Like, yeah, oh, poo-poo, pee-pee. Pull my finger. Like, it's that kind of humor that people thought, the kids thought was funny because it's childish humor. It's not grown-up humor. It's not something that a 20-year-old would think is funny. Other 20-year-olds don't find that funny. Again, Cheryl at the bank. Yeah. Addison at the Starbucks. Yeah. Your local cashier at the grocery store. Like, whoever works the customer service desk in Kohl's. Like, those people. Try to relate to them, but she doesn't understand. And her humor is so sexually charged, and I don't understand why. For me, it tends to remind me of this era on YouTube where, I don't know if you remember this, try to get a picture of it so I can show you. Does anybody remember when you started watching Shane Dawson way back in the day when he did that thing with the Fine Brothers, that like puppet, with the puppet? Remember the puppet? It was supposed to be an 8-year-old girl who was a sexually traumatized 8-year-old girl who, because of her sexual trauma, and yes, I'm not mincing words, because we're getting real on this, because I'm an adult, you're an adult, we can't mince words, okay? We're not, none of this like trigger, no. We need to talk about this kind of humor that has normalized sexual trauma and made it a joke. Because that's what her little sexual comedy, Miranda Sings comedy, reminds me of. And I'm going to put it here. You remember this? I'm going to read it because I have it. I have the screenshot. I'll read it. Somebody tweeted, and I cut off the name of the person tweeting it because I don't know if you wanted to like be included in some schmuck's video. Yeah. But, okay, since I've seen literally no one talk about this because no one has addressed this, how inappropriate it is, because, man, it was this humor. It was stupid, but, but let's discuss Hey, It's Millie. You remember Hey, It's Millie? A web series that Shane Dawson helped produce with the Fine Brothers. Trigger warning on this thing. Trigger warning for pedophilia. Which, why are we normalizing and joking about that? Doesn't matter what decade it was. That was still not okay. People were still getting back then. Because I sit here before you as a 49-year-old person. I was sexually assaulted when I was 8 years old. Think about how old I am now. And think how long ago I was 8. That was what, 30, 40 years ago? It wasn't normal then, in 1970, whatever, for little kids to get sexually assaulted. Oh, but it was funny in 2011. Ha 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 ha. This 8-year-old puppet, the trigger warning for pedophilia, child abuse, and sexualization towards minors. And not only that, the normalizing of the, not even the wanting to, but normalizing not only the sexualization of minors seeking out, wanting to perform oral sex. Because the whole idea of this puppet, who was supposed to be an 8-year-old child, a 3rd grader, was that they were so obsessed with wanting to perform sex acts on Shane Dawson and his little friends. So obsessed, they would fantasize about it, just so descriptive. And oh my God. How is that funny to any 8 or 9, 10-year-old child that was watching it back then? How is that funny? An 8-year-old wanting to Shane Dawson, dreaming about it. But that apparently was the humor back then. And Miranda Sings' character reminds me of that. Because it's very sexually charged humor. Which I don't understand why that's okay. And why she thought this was a great idea. That is what Miranda Sings is going to do. She is going to what? To talk about things and things, but apparently this is what she wants. This is who she is. Her humor. This is her natural humor. There's a clip that's been going around the internet of her, Colleen Ballinger, out of character. This is her for real, talking about her house leaking. It's a new house. She just moved in, and it's leaking. And she's trying to describe how it's leaking. And if your roof is leaking, what do you say? Oh, it's leaking. It's leaking so bad. Oh my God. It's like it's raining in my living room. But apparently to her, to describe how bad it's leaking to people who aren't in the situation, who aren't, because she's a grown-up, she's a taxpayer, she's a homeowner, she starts saying, leaking like a young girl's, and she starts to laugh. Like a young girl's what? What? So she started like a young girl's nether region with it. And she says the complete thing. She says it's leaking like a young girl's nether regions when thinking about the weird boys on TikTok or whatever the hell it was. But that is how you describe your roof leaking. And the fact that she starts and stops, that's what she wants to stop. Nobody's talking about it, but I need to talk about it because that, as an adult who has your own house, is how you describe your roof leaking. I have a roof leak. Every time the upstairs neighbors take a shower, our ceiling leaks. Like right at the light, you can see like the spot where it leaks. But drips. It doesn't leak, it drips. That's how I describe my roof leaking. It's dripping. It just drips. It just drips because I'm grown up, and that kind of humor is not my kind of humor because it's stupid. The hell is what? As an adult, you don't describe homeowner issues in a way that's sexual because that's stupid. It's asinine, okay? That was an asinine statement. And she should not have said it because it was stupid and asinine. The fuck is wrong with you? Who the hell talks like that as a 30-year-old person? And I'm talking to the people watching this. If you're 30 years old and you work in the bank, if you are Cheryl from the bank, would you describe to your friends about your roof leaking? Would you talk to your sister about your roof leaking like that? Like it's leaking like a young girl's. See, I don't understand why she thinks that kind of humor is still something that people say. Because people don't talk like that. She does, okay, and that still doesn't mean that that is normal. That is not normal. The hell is wrong with ew? The fuck? Who talks like that? So I'm sitting here, I'm not surprised that what happened to Adam McIntyre happened. Because apparently this is who Colleen is. And yeah, if you know her, you go to the coffee shop with her every day, fan. If you're a fan who's but I know who she is. No, you don't. You know what you see on the internet. That's all you know. You don't know her day to day. You don't know her relationship with her mother constantly, because you're constantly at family gatherings with her. Do you go to the family picnic with the Ballingers and you're constantly there because you're a part of the family? You're actively in the family? No, you just know what she told you, okay? That still doesn't mean that what she says and how she talks is okay. Because Adam McIntyre said all of this, and he has receipts. And you're going to sit there okay, and, because you're so far up her damn ass, you can't see the forest for the damn trees. You're 11, okay, or 13, or 15. That still doesn't make it okay from an adult to a child. That is not okay behavior, okay? When a child like you said an adult did something bad to them, made them feel bad, that is not okay. Okay? That is not okay. You don't do that. Now I'm watching the cars. No, you don't do that. So her humor doesn't translate at all to people of her own age group, because that's stupid. But then we get to Cody Rants, another 30-year-old person who claims that she was on Adam's side. She made a video vindicating Adam. Then she did a live where people are calling her out on some kind of, I don't know what. No. She posted the video vindicating Adam, and then Dustin Daly, who rightfully so, called her out on all the stuff that she did, like the stupid fanfic. You're a 32-year-old woman. The fuck? Grown-ups who are in their 30s, who are taxpayers, do not write fan fiction, overly sexualized fan fiction, with characters that are based on children that you know that you have interacted with on the internet through a group chat. You don't. Why? Because it's asinine. Stupid. The hell is what? No, come on. The hell is wrong with you? So Dustin Daly called Cody Rants out for all the shit that she was, holding on to this stuff for 3 years. And all of a sudden, 3 years go by and she just drops it and vindicated Adam, making Adam feel like finally somebody's on his side. Oh, but then it comes out that the only reason why Cody Rants made that video in the first place was because apparently Colleen's little friend Corey DeSoto blocked Cody Rants on some social media thing. So now Cody's like, oh, you're gonna block me. Oh, well, I'm just gonna vindicate Adam then. Because that's how grown-up taxpayer and adults act. Because, I'm a taxpayer. That's how we problem solve. Because that's how my mom taught me. So, Dustin Daly calls Cody out for all this shit that they did. And Cody goes on a live and has a meltdown. Because people tell me to apologize and say I'm sorry and I don't know what else I need to do. You said sorry, but that's not what they want you to do. They want you to own up to the shit you did. But no, you're too much of a child still at your 30-year-old grown-ass age taxpaying. Who's still immature enough that they don't know how to take accountability because you're still a child. And I'm probably going to do a video on how apparently YouTube and social media fame has caused these people to stop maturing at whatever age their fans are, because this is apparently how people mature in age. This is how mature adults act, apparently. But yeah, so she goes off on this thing, and then my hero of a hero, Xylee, from Xylee Gets Real. If you don't know her, if you don't know them, go find them on YouTube. They are perfect. I love the way that they called Cody Rant on everything. How they did what every grown-up needs to do with these children. Held their feet to the fire, would not stop, would not let Cody get away, and just held it there and made her own up to her. But Cody decided no, and she managed to get away and ended up trolling. And Xylee, being Xylee, was like, oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you're doing, because grown-ups can tell when you're being an asshole and when you're trolling, which, by the way, trolling, we should stop calling it trolling when it was actually just being a jerk and just being sarcastic and just not listening and being immature. Because that's what Cody Rants did. Because I was like, yeah, you have to write this down and you have to like take note. And Cody was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna write it down. She was being all sarcastic and not taking it seriously. And Xylee figured it out quickly. Because you don't play with Xylee. Because Xylee don't play like that. And said, okay, I'm talking to you for real. Shut this lie down. We're talking one-on-one. And then it ended. And of course, Cody, being an immature little brat at 33 years old, deleted herself from YouTube. Go find Cody Rants. Doesn't have any videos up anymore. Because she deleted her YouTube channel because, yeah, you being mean to me, yeah. No, I want to be a victim. I'm a victim too. And look, I get that Cody got a little starstruck because with Colleen Ballinger, Miranda sings, I watch her on YouTube. This isn't Taylor Swift, alright? This isn't an actual celebrity. She's just some chick who films in her living room. Like me. Hello. I film in my living room, and sometimes my bedroom. I'm just a regular person who works at the grocery store. Hello. But no. She decided to have a little hissy fit and deleted herself off the internet because, yeah, that's apparently what mature adults do when they get called out. And so that's literally what happened. Of course, Adam's making videos upon videos on all of this and, reacting to videos of stuff because, he was a victim. And then we get to that little girl on TikTok who responded. She did a stitch with somebody else's video on this whole thing. They posted a clip of some incident on stage at some tour. The Colleen does, her Haters Back Off tour, the section where there was the yoga challenge. Because again, it's 2011 apparently. Because apparently people do the yoga challenge still. Okay. And this young lady was apparently, she called up on stage for this. Didn't realize that that's why she was being called on stage. She was dressed skimpy, or in a dress. She was wearing a dress. Well, it was a very short dress, but apparently that's the style now. It's right below your butt. But according to this young lady, she was wearing spandex underneath, so she was kind of a little discreet, But she wanted to get called up for the porn segment where she would get roasted by Miranda Sings, because apparently that's what Miranda Sings does. She roasts you for your clothes. Like Bianca Del Rio. She's like the Bianca Del Rio of YouTube now. I don't know. Again, I'm an adult. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what this is. Don't care to know. Don't want to know. It's asinine. It's stupid. It's immature. It's juvenile bullshit. But she got called up for the yoga challenge. She's like, I didn't realize I was going to be called up for that. Because, she's 16 at this time. I don't think at the time of the stitch. But at the time of this segment that she participated in, she was about 16. 16, they can't see around corners. And they don't know. She didn't think or even register, I might do the yoga challenge. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. No, I want to get called up for that. So that's what's going to happen. I want to get called up for the roast thing. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, because they don't know. So she got called up for the yoga challenge and she felt extremely uncomfortable. She was laying on her back and Miranda sings, Colleen and Miranda sing, was like pulling her legs apart. I don't understand the yoga challenge anyway, but then it's not 2011, and I didn't participate in it then, because the fuck, nah, it's dumb, because it's dumb. But in this stitch, she says that at the time she felt extremely exposed and uncomfortable, because, yeah, this is like weird and creepy, and she didn't feel safe, and yeah. So now it's even more apparent that this Colleen Ballinger chick doesn't care. And look, if you want to watch Adam's videos on all of the things that happen, I'm not going to talk about it because I think it's his story to tell. All I want to know is, why the hell are these YouTubers failing to evolve maturity-wise in terms of the content they put out? You know, you have like Sean and Colleen, who haven't evolved to grow with their audience and the maturity level and the relation between you grown-ups. You know, these are 30-year-old people who, from what I gather by looking at their YouTube channels and looking how they appear, how they interact with their fans and all of that, like this video apology that she did on when it first came out, it's very clear and evident to me that they, because of their life on YouTube, they no longer know how to relate to their peer group. I mean, think about it. Again, she's 35 years old. She's a mom. She has kids. She won't know how to interact with other adults who have actual jobs. Because I get it. YouTube, it's hard to talk to people who aren't on YouTube, who don't watch YouTube, like to tell people what you do on YouTube. And so, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, these people don't know how to go out into the real world and be in the real world. Yep, because they live their lives on the internet. I just said it before. She has no friends her own age who are normal, regular people. Although I don't know, I could be wrong. But from what I can tell, all her friends are either gay men who like the money she has and fame, who are like her little manager, personal assistant things, or people like Joey Graceffa or Shane Dawson, who are other YouTubers. She's not friends with Cheryl at the bank. She's not going to Vegas with her other girl group who are going to your so-and-so's wedding. She's not a bridesmaid in somebody else's wedding. I mean, really truly process the fact that these people aren't friends with normal people, because while, yes, they don't understand what you do, you don't know how to relate to the real world. She never knew how to evolve Miranda Singh's character to the point where she evolves with the children and grows up alongside in terms of maturity with the kids that are watching her. She's still a kid. And that doesn't translate to today's society. Adam, in one of his videos, shows a text exchange, and I think I have it. So I think I'll put it on. This text exchange, they said, she says something along the lines of, people are very sensitive nowadays. Meaning, they kind of are. You know, we're living in a post-pandemic world where, and it's not 2011 anymore. So that kind of humor doesn't translate anymore, because how is that funny? I don't get it. How is that funny? That's weird. But she says this is one of the main reasons it's hard to do Miranda now. People have a hard time understanding satire and jokes, especially with sensitive topics. It's not satire. It's heavily sexualized innuendo. that was inappropriate then when you created the character of Miranda, and is still not translating today because it's not funny. Still not funny. That kind of humor is not funny. There's no joke in talking about sex. Asking a 14-year-old child what their favorite sex position is not a funny joke. How is that funny? You don't know. He could have been sexually assaulted when he was younger. You don't know the power that kind of joke would have on somebody like him. And sometimes kids don't always know what they are, because they're still trying to find out who they are, not only in terms of like their gender and what that is and how they would like to define that, or sexuality, and also who they are as a human. Like, what kind of human am I? What kind of stuff do I want to do? What do I like to do? Can I do that? I don't know. Should I get an actual job? I don't know. But what if, I'm going to be made fun of if I come out with this. Yeah, because they're kids. But, she goes on. I'm so glad everything is doing well, but even though this is about, like, the tweet that he tweeted for Miranda Sings, because apparently she doesn't know how to run her own Instagram account, Miranda Sings Instagram account, because, it's not like you created the character or anything. Not like Miranda Sings is your character or anything. Not like you have done this character for so long you know how to do the innuendo of the character or anything. No. You need a 14-year-old kid to run your Twitter account. But she says that. She says, that this is why it's so hard to do this character now. Because people are so sensitive. Well, you know what that tells me? It's time to put Miranda to bed. It's time to retire the character of Miranda. Maybe put her off for a little bit. Maybe not do her. Maybe introduce people to who you as Colleen Ballinger is. Maybe do that for a little while. Because Miranda Sings is apparently such a character that does not translate in today's world, in this post-pandemic world. Maybe put her to bed. Maybe don't do her anymore for a while. Until you can figure out how to revamp her. How to grow her up. To be more relatable to your audience. Just saying. But then, what do I know? I'm just an old lady with an iPad. Whatever it is. But maybe I do. Maybe I have a point. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. Just whatever. Alright, so if you like this, if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, and subscribe to all the YouTubey things. Maybe go watch Xylee Gets Real for a little bit. Go watch Adam McIntyre's things, because, this kid deserves it. Maybe stop justifying Colleen's behavior. Maybe you should grow up. But that'll do it for me. Colleen Ballinger, you need to grow the hell up. And I'll see you when I see you.